Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm kind of excited to get in here today and get into my budget. My videos are kind of a little bit off because I have a vacation coming up this week. Today's my last day at home before I go on vacation, and I kind of want to get the budget settled before I go. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I do all things budgeting, weekly check-ins, paycheck to paycheck, monthly budgets, and sinking funds and savings trackers and all the things. So we do a lot of that, and I also do my plan with me's with my life planner and hourly life planner and my A5 rings agenda. So if you like any of those types of videos, stick around on my channel and go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button, and we'll go ahead and dive in and get started because this is going to be a doozy. Okay, as you can see, I have popped my pages out of my notebook, and I am back. So I have popped my budget sheets out of my notebook. This is my calendar that I track all my expenses on, and this is my key on what I highlight in the corner of my little stickers here of what each category is. So I have a pink for grocery household, blue for restaurants, green for miscellaneous, and this bright orange for gasoline, and unbudgeted is yellow. And that is what I have right here. You might faintly see, I don't know how well you can see, but you can faintly see that orange right here. It says vacation. That is going to be the start of a new tracking system. Not a new system, but I'm going to separate this vacation from the rest of this tracking because it's confusing. Last month I didn't do well on tracking. I'm still catching up and my numbers aren't adjusting right, but I think I have them down pat right now. There's things I missed that were very embarrassing, and I will go over that when I do my paycheck budgeting. But for right now, we're just going to do the weekly check-in, and hopefully I tracked it right this time. So I'm going to zoom you guys in, and then we are going to go ahead and get in closer as soon as I find my sticky note thing here. Hold on a second. I'm going to use this. I'm going to fill out all the spending categories, and then we'll flip it over, and on the other side is the weekly check-in. So we'll put that together. So let me go ahead and zoom in, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So we're zoomed in. Hopefully you guys can see this well. Trying to get the lights adjusted a little bit here. I think it's as good as it's going to get as far as lighting. Today's the 24th. I'm counting this as a no spend day. I've got pretty much what I wanted for the vacation, or before I was going to go on vacation, what I was going to buy already purchased. Got an oil change yesterday, just all the things you need to prepare before you go on a road trip, and had that taken care of. So this weekly check-in is going to be on the 18th. Because I did do some spending after I purchased this unbudgeted item by Erin Condren. I got 2 seasonal surprise boxes, and one of those boxes is going to be for a lucky winner in September whenever I get the boxes for a giveaway, because I have reached over 200 subscribers, and I am super thrilled with that, and you guys have been amazing and great conversations and stuff like that. I'm going to have other smaller giveaways and an announcement on a faith channel as well. So start looking for those little updates and stuff like that. And I will also have prizes for the other one. And I've decided to divide my channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and start tracking all the grocery household that I've had from the 18th to the 23rd. I'm counting today as a no spend today, even though it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Anything I buy today, I'm going to put on the vacation money, because I can't deal right now, and I need to get these videos done. So I'm just going to count it as a no spend, even though it's probably not going to be a no spend day. What I'm spending is not going to count towards our regular spending. It's going to count towards the vacation anyway. So I figure I'll just go ahead and put it on tomorrow's tab, as you might. I figured I would put it on tomorrow's tab, so that would make things a little easier for me. So anything to make things easier for me is better. So here we go, grocery household. First thing I have here is a Walmart for $10.72. Go ahead and mark that as I go. I just probably a couple items. I don't even remember what I bought as I'm going through this. This week has been crazy. So next one is $19.93. These are just random grocery stuff that we bought for the house. A little more of a, like more meats and stuff right here. So Walmart for $70.62. And then over here, slide this over just a little bit. I have another, oh, this is what I was spending for the trip as well as for what we needed before. Let's see, we left, oops, not 80. That would have been a really bad mistake. There we go. 92.20, there we go. So those grocery households have been checked off. And let's go ahead and count these up and see what our number is. So that's 1072 plus 1993 plus 7062 and 9220. Okay, so that gives us $193.47. It's pretty good for a week for us. That's really good. So let's go over here and start with restaurants. So the first one I have is Chick-fil-A here. So restaurants. Chick-fil-A was $28.50. My husband and 2 sons got Chick-fil-A for dinner, and I was at a friend's house. So I had dinner with her. Let's see, we had our Friday night pizza night, which was Papa John's, $43.47. And then some point that afternoon, we had also gotten Taco Bell for lunch. We were just eating out like crazy, as if we were on vacation. So Papa John's, Taco Bell, got gas. This is the day I drove to my mom's place to stay with her after her brother passed. So that's why not a lot's going on for a couple of days like it normally would be. Let's see, make sure everything is on camera. All right, so over here, my husband took the boys out to McDonald's on Sunday. I drove back this day, $17.82. And yesterday we had Taco Bell. We're addicted to those freezes, the strawberry and the blueberry or whatever. They're really good. And I think we mostly go there for the freezes. $19.49. And then, so those two. And that is all the eating out that we have. Let's see here, $28.50 plus $43.47. Oops, that's not right. $43.47. There we go. And then we had $17.14 and $17.82. and $19.49. Total is $126.42. Now I've not run the numbers before getting on camera, so I hope this all turns out okay. I have no idea if it will, but we'll see. So I have, let's see, do I have any miscellaneous? I have one miscellaneous, and I put our oil change under miscellaneous. So miscellaneous was a total of $81.91. That was also with a military discount. I don't need to add that because that's the only miscellaneous I have. I just went to Take 5 drive through oil change place because we were getting on the road and I didn't want to wait anywhere else. But yeah, I have a large vehicle, so it takes 7 quarts, not the typical 5 quarts, which is where they get their name from. And that's why that is so expensive. And it's high mileage. We have over 100,000 miles. We're like 150,000 miles, I think, is where we're at. I don't know. I'd have to look at the thing. 105,000. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the speedometer again. So anyways, BP gas, this is when I drove down from my mom's, and so I'm gonna put gas here. So I always fill up my tank regardless of where it's at before I get on the road, and then I filled up again on the way back. So I always like to leave the house with a full tank of gas, and it's just, it gets you further in case there's, especially when you're traveling, you don't have to stop as early as you and you may not realize you're stopping earlier or whatever, but you don't have to stop as soon as you would if you didn't have a full tank of gas. So, and then I filled up again here, and it was $30.61. So these two I have $24.66 plus $30.61. All right, so that was $55.27. And I drove for 3 hours straight to get to my mom's house. So it's not close, but it's still close enough I can get there in a day. That is my spending categories for this week's weekly check-in that I'm checking in the 18th, finishing. Oh no, I have another gas, it looks like. Oh, I'm glad I looked back. Oh, and I missed a Taco Bell. Oh, that's not good. I kept starting here, didn't I? So this gas I got, this gas I got, and let's go back and add the Taco Bell here, which is $8.47. That's what I get for not doing this ahead of time. So let's add that in there. 126.42 plus 8.47, and that's 134.89. Okay, there we go. And then the other one was gas. So I just go down to the bottom here and add this. So this was $61.56. That's right, I forgot about that. Okay, so $55.27 plus the $61.56 I actually spent for the week $116.83. Okay, now I think I have my numbers right. Let's see if the weekly check-in turns out okay, because I'm not so sure this is going to work, but we'll make it work. I'll just readjust the numbers like I always do. They're not wrong. They're not inaccurate. They're just needing to balance. What I did do last week was, because I was over so much here, $80, and I started a fresh week, instead of making these negative, I just gave myself the budget and I said, I'm done here, and we're just going to take that out of the buffer, and then started my budget anew. So these numbers are going to reflect what I originally had planned when I do my weekly planning for what goes into what. And that was kind of confusing too, because how do you weekly plan for the week? You're on vacation, which is why my timing has been different. It's not just Thursday to Friday, you know, weekly check-ins. It's been different than that. So let's go ahead and put these numbers in and go from there. So grocery household, I have $193.47. Restaurants, I have $134.89. That's with the addition of the Taco Bell, I forgot. Miscellaneous has been $81.91, and then gasoline has been $116.83. Had no unbudgeted, and now we're going to total these up. So I think we're okay. Let's see what the totals going down are. So that is $193.47 plus the $134.89 plus the $81.91 plus $116.83. All right, so $527.10. There you go. And let's go across this way. 200 minus the 193.47 gives us 653. I do believe that's what I have in my notes. 653. Cool. All right. These are all under budget, mainly because we were fairly diligent on what we were spending, and then we just kind of stopped spending because of family and everything, and so we just weren't feeling like it. So anyways, 260 minus 134.89, and that gave us 125.11 left over. I do believe that's correct. I have to double check. 220 minus 81.91. That gives us 138.09. So whatever's left at the end of this week, I'm intending to be part of the buffer of the checking account. So 150 minus 116.83, and that's correct as well. 33.17. So let's total these up and see if we get the right number. So plus 138.09 plus 125.11 plus 653. That gives us 302.90. And if I add the 527.10, that gives us to 830, which means I am check and check. So what I want to double check is things like my transaction logs. Now I do keep the calendars, mostly for YouTube, but I still also, in addition to those stickers, I do a transaction log where it's the same exact thing. It's just you're doing it straight down and you have one category and you put your budgeted amount in. However you want to do it for the month, and you start with the monthly amount and go down, or whether you break it up into weeks, it does not matter. But, oh, I'm a few cents off here. So 33.20 and 33.17. Did I do that not right? Let me look at my gas and make sure I have the numbers correct here. 24.66 plus 30.61 plus 60. 24.66 plus 30.61 plus 61.56. Okay. Yeah, that number's right. So I will have to check the actuals. What number do I have different here? Oh, I have a 3 and not a 6. The rest is the same. So I will check the bank on what this number actually is, and that will be fine. So I'm very close on that. Little things like that happen all the time. The other transactions that I have, let's see if they're any closer. And make sure I haven't, because when you write it down several times, sometimes you make mistakes like that. So not often though, because I usually write them down at the same time. So this is the same. My miscellaneous is 138.09, 138.09, and then, oops, we weren't supposed to see that yet. Restaurants 125.11, 125.11, and then $6.53 is the other one, and that is that, $6.53. So everything else matches except for the gas, and I'll double check that and make sure I have the right number, which number is correct, and then I will come back and erase and correct that. So these numbers do not balance forward. What I have, let me find, this one, move this out of the way. What I have here is my weekly check-in for week 5. Week 5 is going to be my vacation time, and I have $1,300. So really, I'm not going to put a budget amount here in this column. It's just total $1,300 for all of this. And what I'm going to do is track it based on my actual calendar tracking here. I'm still going to track it the same. Still going to have the same color code. It's still going to have the same thing. But under this orange line, as we go through, can't see that very well, our vacation on those days, I'm going to track those. And I'm going to track that and get my sheets out here. Using something I came up with very recently, trying to figure out the best way to do this. So I have my vacation transaction log. I don't sell this in my shop, but if you're ever interested in something like this, or a transaction log that I can change the title for, I absolutely would love to do that as a custom order. I can definitely do that and put, what you want on your sheet. But this vacation transactions, I have the date it starts. I always start my budgeting amount at 0, and then this is the dates for the budget, and then my new balance is $1,300, as if I put $1,300 in the checking account. It's already sitting there. And then everything we buy on vacation, whether it's gas, whether it's groceries, whether it's souvenirs, whether it's tickets, whether it's whatever it is going to go in this log. And I'm just going to keep track like you would a check register balance sheet, and just deduct every time we make a transaction. And I will put it on the calendar for the weekly check-in for the vacation. So that's what we're going to do there. And I think this will keep me on track because I will know exactly what the budget is. So whatever is left over here in my weekly check-ins, not this week, but not the last week of the month, but here it is. But this week, this last week here, this amount, plus or minus 3 pennies. This is part of the checking account buffer, and it won't be included in the numbers for the $1,500 or $1,300 I'm doing for the week 5 of the budget. It's just going to make things a lot smoother, and I can't wait to show you that video in September. Right now, I'm going to zoom out and get my budget sheets put together in my notebook and close out this video. Okay, so I have tracked all my expenses and I have everything set. I just got to double check on the amount for my gas on this date, and I'll do that with the bank, and I'll correct the numbers and fix this real quick. This is the checking account buffer. I'm just going to make a note, buffer, which will not be included in week 5 categories. Now week 5, I don't know exactly how I'm going to break down the numbers. I think what I'm going to do is track the spending here on here, and my transaction log I just showed you, that's going to be new. I am going to do a paycheck 4 video setting this up once I close out my paycheck 3 that I just set up over a few days ago. So last Friday. So the paycheck 4 is not necessarily another paycheck. It's taking the buffer, my checking account that has the $1,300 for the spending for the vacation that I deposited a while back, and it's going to run those numbers over here and keep the buffer, keep me on track on what the buffer is. Things I want to keep in the checking account for spending, but not actually spend just yet. For example, like the paint. I want to make sure I have this kept in the checking account, so I take it out of the budget, but I leave it sitting in the buffer of the checking account until my painter says, hey, I have an opening coming up. I'm ready to come and paint your house. And that's kind of how he and I work, is I pick certain rooms, he gives me a quote, and then I keep the money in the buffer, and then he just shows up, I write him a check, and we're done. So this is a guesstimated number, but now that I've kind of done the weekly check-in, I can close that out. That number will change a little bit. That's just me playing with numbers there. But yeah, I'm excited to go on vacation. I'm excited to use this transaction log for my vacation and the weekly check-in here, and just track that time with a certain amount of money, and hopefully I can track it better than last time. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.